The most memes giving and clip farming card game of all time has to be Uno. And you can't even question me on that. Max Force Uno reversing the referee in the Sidemen charity match, or the meme about Draw 25 or blank have been rooted into the internet meme culture. And when we talk about clips,
Oh, just kidding!
before I get to the extreme, the bizarre, the chaotic, and the intense version of Uno, let me just brief you on how you play the OG, the base, the default version of Uno. Uno can be played with two or more players, meaning you need friends to play Uno with, and I mean actual friends. So no, you won't be able to play Uno with your waifu pillows. Sorry. And also, it's perfectly fine to play Uno with just two players, but keep in mind, the more the players, the better the experience. The more players, the more laughs, the more joy, and even more chaos. Fun, am I right? Each player begins with 7 cards, and there are a lot of different cards like reverses, skips, plus twos, wild card, wild draw 4, or just number cards. So, if you don't know anything about Uno, like you don't know anything, then I would recommend you to check out the video in the description of this video. It's an awesome video, so check it out if you don't know anything. But there is one thing it does not speak about, that is stacking plus 2s and plus 4s on each other. So for example, like if the previous player plays in plus 2 and you have a plus 2 or plus 4, so you just play that card and the sum of those cards is now on the next player. So and also it's there like you cannot play plus 2 on a plus 4, it needs to be equal or higher. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because the makers of the game said you cannot do that. And I have one thing to say. You made the cards, we make the rules. So shut up. We are trying to make the game more interesting, more fun, more chaotic. So if you don't interfere, we are having fun. Go away. Bye bye. With how successful Uno became, it was only a matter of time before new versions emerged, such as Uno Dare, where you have to do a dare when a dare card is played, Uno All Wild, Uno with all wild cards, and Uno Flip, where you flip between both sides. Why? Because there are stuff on both sides. And there are many more versions of Uno. Like I can't even count them on my hands. But by far the most extreme, the most intense, the most chaotic, the most brutal, the most ruthless version of Uno has to be Uno. Show 'em no mercy. You may have heard of plus 2s and plus 4s, but let me introduce you to Wild Draw plus 6 and Wild Draw plus 10. Muhahaha, muhaha, muhaha. Yep, I can't do a scary laugh. My laugh isn't scary, but the game freaking is. Not only that, the Wild plus 4 card has been changed to reversed Wild plus 4 card. So instead of the next player getting to draw 4 cards, the player who went before you has to draw 4 cards. And you may ask me, why is this so scary? Why am I making such a big deal out of this? Like okay, you get a lot of cards, but it's not like you're getting eliminated, right? Right? Well, if you get 25 or more cards, you are eliminated. Not only are new pluses and wild cards added, 3 more new cards are added that are discard all. When played, you discard all the cards that are the same color as the discard all card in your deck. skip everyone. It's in the name. You get to skip everyone and go again. And probably the most mysterious card, Wild Color Roulette. When you play this card, the next player has to pick a color and draw until he draws a card of the color he has chosen. So he can either get one card or get the entire freaking deck. With all these cards dragging you closer to elimination, here's when sevens and zeros comes to play. When you play a 7, you can exchange your hands with anyone. So if you have a hand with a lot of cards, you can exchange it with someone who has less cards. The zero card is even more interesting. When someone plays the zero card, everyone has to pass on their hands in the direction of the play. With all this bullshit going on in Uno No Mercy, like comparing it to normal Uno, base Uno, like default Uno just seems like a baby saying stuff like, haha, I just plus you, you have to draw 2 cards. While Uno No Mercy is holding a plus 10 card to your head and saying stuff like, give me your money or I'll plus 10 you. It's way more extreme, it's way more intense, it's way more chaotic, it's way more ruthless, it's way more brutal. It's Uno No Mercy. Side effects may include stress, lots of counting, temporary hearing loss due to all the yelling, trust issues, betrayal, and loss of friends. So play with caution. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. So bye bye, have a nice day.